Stay unbothered and see miracles happen. Stay unbothered, not because the world has suddenly become gentle, not because circumstances have learned kindness, but because you have discovered something far more powerful than reaction. You have discovered that your inner state is the command center of reality, and that nothing outside you has authority unless you give it permission. The moment you understand this, life begins to rearrange itself in ways that feel miraculous, effortless, and inevitable. Most people believe life changes when conditions improve. They wait for reassurance, validation, stability, or signs before they relax. But the deeper truth is this: life improves the moment you relax first. The moment you withdraw your emotional dependence on appearances, you step into a position of silent power. You no longer chase outcomes, you allow outcomes to come to you. To stay unbothered does not mean you are indifferent or cold. It means you are grounded. It means your peace is no longer negotiable. It means your reactions are no longer automatic responses shaped by old assumptions. You begin to move from inner certainty rather than emotional reflex. When this happens, the world responds. Every disturbance you experience is not caused by the event itself, but by the meaning you assign to it. Two people can face the same situation. One collapses while the other remains composed. The difference is not strength, intelligence, or luck. The difference is assumption. One assumes the situation has power over them. The other assumes they are the source from which power flows. When you remain unbothered, you are silently declaring, "This does not define me. This does not determine my future. This does not disturb my inner knowing." This declaration does not need words. It is felt, and what is felt shapes reality. Life responds to emotional authority, not emotional noise. The deeper your inner stillness, the faster things align. Most people spend their lives emotionally negotiating with the world. They become upset to be heard. They worry to feel prepared. They react to feel in control. But this effort reinforces the belief that life is happening to them instead of through them. The unbothered individual understands something different. They understand that attention is creative, emotion is directive, and sustained inner states solidify into facts. They choose carefully what they feel, not because they suppress emotion, but because they guide it. When something unexpected happens, they do not immediately label it as failure or delay. They pause. They remain inwardly neutral. They refuse to rush into interpretation. And in that pause, reality reshapes itself. This is where miracles arise, not from desperation or force, but from composure. A miracle is simply a shift in assumption that collapses time. It happens when you stop demanding proof and begin resting in knowing. When you stay unbothered, you stop emotionally reinforcing what you do not want. You quietly occupy the state of already being fulfilled. And reality, having no option but to reflect that state, rearranges itself accordingly. Anxiety keeps things stuck. Overthinking keeps doors closed. Emotional turbulence keeps patterns repeating. But calm expectation allows movement. Quiet confidence invites cooperation. Inner neutrality dissolves resistance. Staying unbothered is not passive, it is active inner discipline. It requires trusting your assumption more than your senses. It requires believing that what you have accepted inwardly is already unfolding regardless of appearances. This is why calm people often experience sudden breakthroughs. Opportunities appear without struggle. People change without confrontation. Problems resolve without explanation. From the outside, it looks like luck. From the inside, it feels natural. The world echoes your inner dialogue. When your inner conversation shifts from "why is this happening" to "this is working out," reality follows that direction. When you stop emotionally wrestling with circumstances, you remove energy from them. What is not energized cannot continue. Staying unbothered means you do not panic during quiet periods. You do not doubt when progress is unseen. You understand that unseen movement is still movement. Roots grow in silence. Seeds break open underground. The greatest transformations begin before they are visible. So you remain steady. You do not chase signs. You do not repeatedly ask when it will happen. You do not rehearse failure. You assume fulfillment and live from that assumption. Most people cancel their intentions by reacting to temporary appearances. They affirm peace but emotionally rehearse chaos. They imagine success but respond to delays with frustration. The unbothered person does not do this. They understand that consistency of state matters more than intensity of effort. They choose calm repeatedly. They choose trust repeatedly. They choose inner stillness even when emotions rise. Because of this consistency, reality stabilizes around them. When you stay unbothered, people respond differently. Tension fades. Respect grows. This is not because you demand it, but because your inner state communicates authority effortlessly. Calm persuades. Composure attracts. Life responds to who you are being, not what you demand. Miracles often appear as ordinary events. A simple conversation leads to opportunity. A delay prevents a mistake. A closed door redirects you towards something better. The unbothered person recognizes these not as coincidences, but as confirmations. Staying unbothered also means releasing the need to control outcomes. Control is rooted in fear. Trust is rooted in knowing. When you trust your inner assumption, life is free to surprise you. This does not mean inaction. It means acting from alignment, not urgency. You move when inspired, not pressured. Your actions become precise, timely, and effective. Effort decreases while results increase. Miracles are not violations of natural law. They are expressions of a higher order, one that responds to consciousness rather than force, to assumption rather than struggle. When you stay unbothered, you stop being impressed by circumstances and begin impressing upon them. You stop asking what if it fails and begin living as if it is already done, quietly, calmly, naturally. There will be moments when old habits of reaction return, when the mind wants to analyze and emotions rise. In those moments, you do not fight yourself. You return to center. Each return strengthens stillness. Over time, calm becomes your default state. From that state, life unfolds with ease. Problems feel less personal. Delays feel less threatening. Challenges feel temporary. You understand that everything changes except the state you occupy. So you choose fulfillment now. You walk as if supported. You speak as if heard. You rest as if secure. Life confirms this assumption again and again. This is the miracle, not that circumstances change, but that they change because you did not. When you remain steady, life moves on your behalf. When you stay unbothered, reality reorganizes itself around your calm authority. And one day, you realize the shift happened not when you tried harder, but when you relaxed into knowing. You stayed unbothered and things aligned. Even now, something within you recognizes this truth, not as motivation, but as remembrance, a quiet familiarity. As if you always knew peace was not earned through struggle, but claimed through awareness. Because when you stop arguing with life, life stops arguing with you.